All right, guys, let's just do one more example related to lesson 8.1. Let's look at a couple of things. Sometimes the coefficient can be a fraction. So something like 3 over 8, oh, there it is, 3 over 8 m equals, let's see, let's do equals 1/4 times 2/3. What? That's crazy. Okay. So before you start to solve any of the equations, here's a piece of advice. Go ahead and simplify or clean up each side of the equation before you start to use inverse operations. There's nothing I can do with 3/8 m. That's as simple as it gets. We're going to leave it alone. But over here, we have some math we can do to simplify this side of the equation before trying to isolate the m. So we're going to go ahead and bring down the 3/8 m because, as we said, that's already as clean as it can get. Whoa, this is a crazy looking 8. There we go. Hang on, hang on. All right, 3/8 m equals, but we need to go ahead and do this multiplication. 1/4 times 2/3. Well, that's the same thing as, we can cancel this, don't forget, 1/6. Awesome. 3/8 m equals 1/6. All right, so what we need to do is get rid of the 3/8. The 3/8 is a rational coefficient attached to m by multiplication. So we need to divide 3/8 on both sides of the equation. Well, dividing by 3/8 is the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal 8/3. Dividing by 3/8 is multiplying by 8/3, so I have to go ahead and multiply by 8/3 over here as well. Sweet. Now I can go ahead and cancel these things out. Dunk. Dunk. Those are 1s. The 3's and the 3's cancel out. Those are 1s. And dividing by 3/8 did exactly what we wanted to do. That gave us just 1m on the left side of our equation. Now we could put a 1 here because 8/3 times 3/8 is 1, but that's not necessary. We can just leave it as m and that's just fine. That's what we want. All right, m equals, now let's look over here. 1/6 times 8/3. Well, we can pull out a 2 from both of these things. So 8 divided by 2 is 4, 6 divided by 2 is 3, and then we're just going to multiply across. The answer is 4/9. All right, so let's go ahead and check that answer. We want to say that m equals 4/9, so we're going to check and see, is it true that 3/8 times 4/9, that equals, we're wondering here, is that the same thing as 1/6? So let's go ahead and cancel again. We can do this. That becomes a 1. That becomes a 3. We pulled out a 3 there. And we can cancel here. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. And at the top is 1. At the bottom is 6. Yeah, 1/6 equals 1/6. Good job. The answer is m equals 4/9. So don't forget to simplify each side of the equation first before you start to use inverse operations to isolate your variable. Good luck.